Hi, I'm Daphne, 16 years old, dark hair, average height, and apparently invisible in my own home since Dad married Vanessa 3 years ago. I'm standing at our kitchen island, trying to reach the fruit bowl when my stepmother blocks my path. Excuse me, I say quietly, barely audible over the chatter of Dad's colleagues at our annual summer barbecue. Vanessa turns, crystal wine glass in hand, her perfect red lips curling downward. What did you just say to me? I just said, excuse me. I'm trying to get an apple. Don't you take that tone with me in front of our guests, she hisses, leaning closer. What tone? I literally just said. The cold splash hits my face before I can finish. Red wine drips down my cheeks, soaking my white blouse as the room falls silent. 20 pairs of eyes stare at us. Oh my goodness, Vanessa gasps dramatically. I'm so sorry, everyone. Daphne startled me. Dad rushes over, napkins in hand. What happened? Nothing, I say, wiping wine from my eyes. Just an accident. She was being disrespectful, Vanessa says, hand on her chest. I simply turned and I said, excuse me. I repeat, louder this time. That's literally all I said. My best friend Zoe appears at my side. I saw the whole thing, Mr. Harrison. Daphne didn't do anything wrong. This is hardly the time or place, Dad whispers, pressing napkins into my hand. Go clean up, we'll discuss this later. Will we? I challenge, looking him directly in the eyes. Like we discussed the last 3 incidents? Daphne, please, he pleads. You always take her side, I whisper, backing away. Every single time. Carlos, Dad's colleague from accounting, clears his throat. I saw what happened, Jim. The girl was just trying to get by. Stay out of our family business, Vanessa snaps, her friendly hostess mask slipping. You don't know the history here. I lock eyes with Carlos, silently thanking him. He gives me a subtle nod. I'm going to change, I announce, backing away. Enjoy your party. Upstairs, Zoe helps me clean wine from my hair. This has to stop, she says, wringing out a washcloth. That woman is toxic. Dad won't believe me. He never does. But Carlos saw it, and I did too. Zoe grabs my shoulders. You know my mom's a family lawyer, right? I've been listening to her cases my whole life. This is textbook emotional abuse, Daph. What am I supposed to do? She'll just deny it. Not if we gather evidence, Zoe says, a determined gleam in her eye. What she did was assault, on a minor, in front of witnesses. My dad will never— This isn't about your dad anymore, Zoe interrupts. This is about protecting you. 3 years is enough. I stare at my wine-stained reflection. You really think we could make her stop? I know we can, Zoe says firmly. But first, we need to talk to Carlos before he leaves. Carlos stands by his car in our driveway, keys in hand, when Zoe and I approach. Mr. Mendoza? I call out. Can we talk to you for a minute? He glances toward the house nervously. Look, I don't want to get involved in family. Please, I interrupt. What you saw today wasn't an isolated incident. I figured as much, he sighs, leaning against his car. Your stepmother's reaction was extreme. Would you be willing to write down what you saw? Zoe asks. Just the facts? Carlos hesitates. Your father is my colleague, Daphne. I know, and I wouldn't ask if this wasn't important. She's been escalating. Last month, she accidentally deleted my college application essays the night before they were due. And before that, Zoe adds, she threw away Daphne's art portfolio that she needed for her summer program application. Carlos rubs his forehead. That's concerning. Listen, I can write down what I witnessed today. That's all I can offer. That would mean so much, I say, relief washing over me. I'll email it to you tomorrow, he promises. But tread carefully, okay? These situations can get complicated. After Carlos leaves, we find my older brother Alex in the garage, avoiding the party. Hey, Squirt, he says, not looking up from his phone. Heard about the wine incident. Classic Vanessa. You could have backed me up in there, I mutter, sitting beside him. What's the point? Dad never listens. That's exactly the problem, Zoe exclaims. Everyone sees what's happening, but nobody does anything. Alex finally looks up. What do you expect me to do? I'm moving to college in 2 months and out of this nightmare. And leaving me alone with them, I point out. Look, Alex says, softening slightly. Vanessa's the worst, but she's careful around Dad. He only sees what he wants to see. What if we could prove it? I ask. Would you help then? Prove what exactly? That she's abusive, I say firmly. We have witnesses from today, and I've been keeping a journal of incidents for the past year. Alex whistles low. That's actually smart. So you'll help? Zoe presses. What's the plan? He sits up straighter, suddenly interested. Family services, Zoe explains. My mom says with documented evidence and adult witnesses, they have to investigate. Dad will flip out, Alex warns. I don't care anymore, I say. I just want it to stop. The garage door opens and my father appears. There you are. Daphne, Vanessa wants to apologize. Really? Alex snorts. That's a first. Stay out of this, Alex, Dad warns before turning to me. She feels terrible. It was an accident. It wasn't an accident, I say evenly. You know it wasn't. Daphne. Mr. Harrison, Zoe interjects. I saw the whole thing. She deliberately threw wine in Daphne's face because she said, "Excuse me." How is that an accident? Dad's expression hardens. I think it's time for you to go home, Zoe. Fine. Zoe stands, squeezing my hand. We'll talk tomorrow, Daph. After she leaves, Dad sighs heavily. Why do you always have to antagonize her? Me? I gasp. Are you serious right now? You know she's sensitive about her position in this family. Alex makes a disgusted noise. This is why I'm never home anymore. You're delusional, Dad. That's enough, Dad snaps. Both of you, inside. We're going to sit down like a family and resolve this. Alex and I exchange glances. This won't end well. The living room feels like a courtroom. Dad sits in his armchair while Vanessa perches on the sofa, eyes red-rimmed from her performance of crying. I just don't understand why you hate me so much, Daphne, she says, dabbing at dry eyes. I've tried so hard with you. I don't hate you, I reply calmly, but I don't appreciate being assaulted at a family gathering. Assaulted? She laughs incredulously. It was an accident. You startled me. By saying, excuse me? You know that's not how it happened, Vanessa insists, turning to my father. Jim, tell her. Dad shifts uncomfortably. Honey, maybe you did overreact a little. Overreact? Vanessa's voice rises. I can't believe you're taking her side. I'm not taking sides, Dad protests weakly. I just think, you never support me. Vanessa stands dramatically. I've tried for 3 years to be a mother to these ungrateful children. Alex, who's been leaning against the wall, finally speaks up. A mother doesn't sabotage her kids' futures or humiliate them in front of guests. What are you talking about? Dad asks, confusion evident. The deleted college essays, I remind him. My missing art portfolio. The misplaced invitation to honor society induction. Those were accidents, Vanessa insists. Typical teenager blaming everyone else for your disorganization. 4 witnesses saw you throw wine in my face today, I say quietly. Was that an accident too? Vanessa's expression changes, calculating. Daphne, I'm sorry if you felt hurt. I was just startled and… Save it, I interrupt. I don't accept your apology because it's not genuine. You're only sorry because other people saw… How dare you! Vanessa hisses, mask slipping. After everything I've done for this family. Like what exactly? Alex challenges. Enough, Dad shouts, standing. This isn't solving anything. Vanessa made a mistake, she's apologized, and we need to move forward. A mistake? I repeat incredulously. Dad, she assaulted me. Don't be so dramatic, Vanessa scoffs. Actually, comes a new voice, throwing liquid in someone's face is legally considered assault in this state. We all turn to see Mrs. Chen, our elderly neighbor, standing in the doorway with her phone raised. I came to return your serving dish, she explains. waving at the container in her other hand. Your door was open, and I heard shouting. Were you recording us? Vanessa demands, advancing toward her. Mrs. Chen stands her ground. I started recording when I heard you shouting at these children. I've witnessed too many incidents over the backyard fence these past years. Give me that phone! Vanessa lunges forward. Don't touch me or my property, Mrs. Chen warns, backing away. Or I'll add attempted robbery to assault. Vanessa, stop! Dad grabs her arm. What are you doing? She can't record us without permission. That's illegal. Actually, Alex interjects, in this state, only one party needs to consent to recording a conversation. Basic law, Vanessa. Vanessa whirls toward me, finger pointed accusingly. You planned this, you little... Careful, Mrs. Chen warns, phone still recording. Think about what you're about to say to a minor on camera. Vanessa's face contorts with rage. You'll regret this, she seethes. All of you. I've put up with this ungrateful family for 3 years, and this is how you repay me? By holding you accountable? I ask quietly. Get out of my house, she screams. It's not your house, Alex points out. The deed is in Dad's name. Dad looks shell-shocked. Vanessa, please calm down. Calm down? They're trying to frame me. No one's framing you, I say. Your actions are speaking for themselves. The family court mediator, Miss Reyes, reviews the evidence folder on her desk. Carlos's written statement, Mrs. Chen's video, my journal of incidents, and statements from 3 other witnesses from the party. Based on the evidence presented, she says carefully, I'm recommending a temporary restraining order protecting Daphne from Mrs. Harrison. Dad, sitting beside me, looks defeated. Is that really necessary? I believe it is, Miss Reyes responds firmly. The documented pattern of behavior is concerning, Mr. Harrison. Your daughter has the right to feel safe in her home. What about Alex? I ask. He's been targeted too. I'm 18 now, Alex explains. But I'll be testifying about what I've witnessed. Miss Reyes nods. The restraining order means Mrs. Harrison cannot be in the same residence as Daphne. You'll need to make living arrangements accordingly. She could stay with me, offers Aunt Kira, Dad's sister who flew in yesterday after Alex called her. Or Vanessa could move out temporarily while this is resolved. Dad rubs his face. I can't believe we're here. Believe it, Aunt Kira says sharply. This has been happening under your nose for years, Jim. I never thought... That's the problem, Kira interrupts. You didn't want to see it. Outside the courthouse, Zoe and her mom are waiting. How did it go? Zoe asks, hugging me. Temporary restraining order granted, I report. Vanessa has to move out. Good, Zoe's mom says firmly. The evidence was compelling. Has your father come to terms with everything? He's processing, I say, watching Dad talking quietly with Aunt Kira by the car. It'll take time, Zoe's mom advises. He's dealing with his own failure to protect you. I just want peace, I admit. I don't need him to grovel. That's very mature, she says, squeezing my shoulder. But you deserve both peace and accountability. Later that evening, Vanessa arrives with a police escort to collect her belongings from the house. I watch from the kitchen with Alex and Aunt Kira as Dad supervises in the driveway. She actually tried calling me to apologize, I tell them, checking my phone. 3 voicemails. Did you listen? Alex asks. No need. They're all about her, how sorry she feels, how hard this is for her. Aunt Kira shakes her head. Classic narcissist playbook. When exposed, make it about their suffering. Through the window, I watch Vanessa attempting to engage Dad in conversation, gesturing emotionally. He maintains a distance, arms crossed. Think they'll divorce? Alex wonders. That's up to Dad, Aunt Kira says. But he knows supporting her now would mean losing you both. The doorbell rings. It's Mrs. Chen with a casserole. I thought you could use some dinner, she says, setting it on the counter. How are you holding up, dear? Better than expected, I admit. Thank you for what you did. I don't think anyone would have believed me without your video. I should have spoken up sooner, she says regretfully. I've seen how she treats you over the years. You did exactly the right thing at exactly the right time, Aunt Kira assures her. Later, Dad finds me alone on the back porch. I failed you, he says simply, sitting beside me. I'm so sorry, Daphne. Why didn't you believe me before? I ask, the question that's haunted me for years. He stares into the distance. I wanted this marriage to work so badly that I convinced myself you were exaggerating. It was easier than admitting I'd made another mistake. What happens now? Now? He sighs heavily. Now I earn back your trust if you'll let me, and I file for divorce. Just like that? Nothing about this will be just like that, he admits. But I won't choose her over your safety and happiness. Not ever again. I don't promise forgiveness or instant reconciliation. Those will take time. But for the first time in 3 years, I feel visible in my own home. Hey, Zoe texts me later. How are you feeling? Like I can finally breathe, I reply. Like I've reclaimed my space. And isn't that what justice feels like sometimes? Not explosive revenge, but simply reclaiming what should have been yours all along. Safety, dignity, and the right to say, "Excuse me," without wearing wine as punishment. Have you ever had to stand up against someone who should have protected you? What gave you the courage to finally draw the line?